And to gain the respect of the Afghan people is not an easy thing. And unfortunately, our policies there are, again, mainly for the benefit of oil cartels like British Petroleum and Chevron, who want to build a pipeline route from landlocked Caspian Arrow area.
And where's the Caspian? Is that part of... I thought that had something to do with Russia, too. Where's the Caspian?
The Caspian Sea was part of the former Soviet Union, and the northern portion is contiguous with a portion of Russia.
Okay.
But the oil fields we're talking about are mainly on the southeastern portion of the Caspian Sea and the shoreline. Kazakhstan, Turkestan, and Uzbekistan, for example. And they want to build a pipeline to bring this to market from a landlocked area. Otherwise, this vast oil deposit and natural gas is of little value. Now, in the meantime, Chevron and British Petroleum jointly built a pipeline from Kazakhstan to China, to the People's Republic of China. So now the Chinese are benefiting from this, for the benefit, of course, of their military as well. But if they can secure Afghanistan, they will build another pipeline. But that's the main reason we're there, Chuck. We were actually planning during the second Bush administration with Dr. Condoleezza Rice to build such a thing before even 9/11. We already deployed troops to the southern areas of those Central Asian republics. And as soon as 9/11 occurred, they went south of the border into Afghanistan, and we've been there ever since. It's now our longest war, from what I understand.
So when the Russians went in against Afghanistan, I guess it had a lot to do with the oil too, then.
Well, that was an entirely different situation at that time. They were not so concerned with building a pipeline across western Afghanistan, mainly in the Herat province to the west, but rather they were concerned about the vast mineral deposits that existed in Afghanistan, including some petroleum and natural gas as well. And by the way...
Now, didn't they just find a vast deposit of these rare minerals about 3 weeks ago in Afghanistan? I'm trying to think what kind of minerals they were, but...
Yes, the New York Times ran an article about that. The only problem is that I've known about that for nearly 30 years, and for some reason they decided to release that story at this time. Now, I'm speculating that possibly the U.S. may be cutting a deal with China and Russia over these mineral rights so that they will cooperate with a forthcoming invasion into Iran. Now, it's ironic because Iran, at one time, prior to 1951, its oil and gas fields were controlled by what was then called either Anglo-Persian or Anglo-Iranian, which of course is now British Petroleum. So in all probability, if we do indeed, and heaven forbid, invade Iran, the Islamic Republic of Iran, those wells will again be controlled by British Petroleum, as they are in Kuwait and many of the Emirates along the Persian Gulf, including...
Now, you just said the magic word, Kuwait. Now, wait a minute. Didn't we have something to do with that, 1990 Desert Storm or something like that? Are you telling me that BP was tied up with that, too?
Absolutely. BP controlled all of the oil and gas fields in Kuwait. And that was the main reason for Operation Desert Storm, which led to the deployment of multinational forces, including a lot of Americans. And that was the main reason for that deployment, Chuck.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. And it is amazing how some people get the word very, very late. In fact, I just got an email today. Somebody said, "You will not believe what happened, but the president is giving Brazil all this money." I said, hold it. You know, go back to 2006, Jerry Corsi. You know, he broke the story way back then, but some people are slow at getting the news, and that's why you got to stay tuned to this show at all times. John W. Spring will continue in just a moment.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 120,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy and major car companies